Hey everyone, how you living? Hope you're alive in living colors. Eric Lima here. We are watching another episode of EML77 TV, episode 282. I think the first day of the WEML-TV Festival is over, and it's just basically food and car rides. I didn't go because I knew it was going to be raining, and plus I got to get up tomorrow morning early for work, and then afterwards I'm officially going to the WEML-TV Festival. It starts at noon tomorrow. They say it's going to be some thunderstorms in the forecast. Usually they're wrong. Usually they're right. Usually they're on top of things and everything else. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. Because I needed to mention the thunderstorm this past Saturday, but it didn't happen. So we'll see what happens. They say this will stop by the afternoon. So I'll probably go in the afternoon, obviously. Well, and according to WPRI, I think everything gets out of here by 10:30. So by the time I leave, it'll probably stop. So I'll probably go home, take a shower, get a bite to eat here, and then head over there. And I'm going to have some fun at the WEML-TV Festival. So before I decide to talk the rest about the festival, Nick Silveria challenged me with something on an email requesting to talk about living up to family expectations. Now, Nick, all I can tell you is no matter what you do, your parents are always going to love you, man. But I know because lots of parents, lots of families in different parts of the world have different kind of upbringings. Some expected their kids to be successful as they, if not more. Parents want their kids to marry a certain somebody. Like, remember they had arranged marriages back in the day. I'm sure a lot of them still do. Basically, they, sometimes their kids have to follow that tradition to keep making their parents proud. Here in America, it's a little bit different than usual. Sometimes a lot of families in America still have those same upbringing in some sort of way. My father was raised in a strict Portuguese home, and he always remembers the teaching of his father and mother, and tried to instill most of that in me. And I remember, it was very difficult to do so. It was very difficult to do so because I have my own personality, and so does my father. He likes cars. I'm not big into cars, So I don't know, it's how do I put this? But it is challenging. But at the end, I always believed that my father and my parent and my stepmother will love me no matter what. And in fact, they've been proud of all of us siblings, all of us young kids. I mean, I'm proud of my siblings, I mean, I got one sibling. Our youngest is involved in the sound ministry. The other involved in children's church in our church. Sound ministry in our church. The other is involved in the children's church, babysitting kids and all that. And then I got another sister who is also involved in our music ministry as a ukulele player. Another sister in our church, another sister who is involved in a part in my church where she's part of the media computer ministry. And I got another sister who's basically helps my parents around the house with cooking and all that and organizing stuff, And she's got a bit of a heart of a tomboy, That's what my sister is, and she's now become a mom too. So all that mixed in, she got married in October. Married to a young man who has his own welding business, for goodness sakes, and fixes cars too. So all that, my parents are proud of all the siblings, and then my two brothers were part of the military at one point, and my parents are proud of them. I have another sister who's been helping out with mothers who lost their babies and all. And there's me. I'm involved in the music ministry as the drummer, and I came a long way. So with this Portuguese Brady bunch, I'm the Greg Brady. But, I do have to admit one thing, though. I feel like I've not set the example that a big brother should set. And also I have not been the son that my parents wanted me to be, and I do apologize for that, And I would ask my parents to forgive me in that. And I ask my siblings to forgive me for not being the great big brother that I'm supposed to be in life. It isn't easy to admit that, but sometimes, but each of us have all our different personalities, different likes, desires, and all that, and excuse me for just a second here. Let me let me pause it for a minute. Yeah, so it has been you know, so it has been a difficult journey for me. But at the end of the day, I know my parents will love me and always will be proud of me no matter what. And I think for them, the most important thing is for us to stay out of trouble and to, not do anything that will get us in really huge trouble. I try to be the best example that I can be. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't have sex before marriage. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that stuff. Now, you may be thinking, you're a goody two-shoes. Well, I'm not perfect. I don't even have a tattoo or a piercing on my body. I've always, it's not because that my parents don't want me to. It's because I don't want to. I made that decision of, I could easily make a decision getting a tattoo or a piercing. But I decided not to because I want to be, I've been raised up in the old school way, and I figured I could continue in the old school. And I know nowadays, nowadays we're supposed to love everybody, and that's what the Bible basically says: love everybody. You talk about the situation with the here in New Bedford, the drag queen story and all that. There's people protesting that. There's people R4 County protesting, and there's one group of people who just basically prayed, who just basically stood in a circle and prayed. And basically, I think that's what we knew. We just pray. We know, we know. Listen, in my old school upbringing in the church, we all know the homosexuality is wrong. But for those who are, are part of that, we're not supposed to hate them. We're not supposed to hate the gay people. Because there is nowhere in the Bible to say that we have to hate the gay people. And we know the Baptist Church behaves a little differently. We all know this. The Westboro Baptist Church, they all have these signs, God hates facts. And but the thing that really bothers me is when one Baptist preacher said that we should kill all the gays. And I'm kind of looking. I was like, wait a minute, dude, hold up. There's something called the Ten Commandments in the Bible, and the Bible says, "Thou shalt not kill." No matter what, but and it's still, and this Baptist preacher who preaches the Bible, who preaches everything, said we should kill gay people. Sometimes, basically, I don't know. I really don't know. Sometimes, I said, Lord, you love the world. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world, man." He loved everybody. He don't care. He don't care about the sin. His desire for everybody to be saved. Nobody, which is very, very difficult to do. And what really, just basically, bothers, what really, bothers me is that, it's a very difficult thing to do. I'm getting off. I'm sorry. I'm getting off sidetrack here. And Nick is really giving me a complicated matter to talk about, and I do apologize, Nick. And bottom line is, we're all unique and different in our own kind of way, but we love. Love is unconditional love. It's not like romantic love. It's unconditional love, no matter what. And we've been taught to love people growing up. We're not taught to hate anybody. My parents instilled that inside me. When I said not to hate anybody, that means not hate anybody. Anybody. We don't care if you're gay, straight, what, black, white, yellow, red, all that. Jesus taught us to love, and that's, my parents had tried to bring me and my siblings up in the right way. And basically, if we stay on that path, they're happy. And sometimes, Yeah, sometimes we stray from that path to try to find our own identity, and it's not that easy, you know. And so, but what I'm trying to say, basically, overall, bottom line is this: sometimes it's a challenge, but if we can do it, I think our parents will be proud of us no matter what. Give it a try. Whatever dreams we have, we go for it. And I'm sure our parents will support you. And sometimes they don't, sit down with them, talk with them, and, say, hey, this is my dream. I want to do this. I know you want me to go on this path. If my dream does not work out, I'll try this. I'll use that as a plan B or something like that. Whatever. Or you could try what they suggest first, and then if it doesn't work out, your dreams could be plan B. Either way, always have a plan B just in case. But no matter what happens, if you have plan A, plan B, or what, your parents will always love you. Your parents will always be proud of you. Just don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your life. And that's what, basically, and I'm sure your parents will be proud of you that you're still alive and, still doing the thing today. I mean, I have everybody in my family involved in church, and I'm, very happy that happens, and just, it's just a grand thing, The grand scheme of things, I think we'll all be all right. It's crazy, It's crazy. Life is crazy, I'll give you a perfect example about living to family expectations. Remember Very Brady Christmas in 1988? I remember watching this. Brady Bunch of reruns I used to watch when I was a kid, and it's like, oh, I wonder what they look like today. And I thought they all looked like, I thought all shows came from the 80s. I thought the Monkees came from the 80s. I thought, I realized they're all reruns back in the 60s. Pretty wild stuff, isn't it? So anyways, watching the Very Brady Christmas, and I remember the scene where each and every scene is like every Brady kid's going through something. Greg is going through separation from, not separation from his wife wants to visit her relatives, and he wanted to visit his family, so they kind of compromised. And Greg brought his son with him while she visits her relatives. Her relatives want to see her, but his family wants to see. So it's like conflict, scheduling conflicts. That's what. And then you got Marcia and her husband. Her husband got fired from his job, and so from his job, and the dilemma was that Marcia and her husband Wally told the kids don't say a word to the grandparents. So. And then you got the middle Brady kids. Peter is in a relationship with his boss, and that's very difficult for him. And then you got Jan and her husband Philip going through a potential divorce. And then you got the youngest Brady kids, Cindy and Bobby. Check this out. Cindy wants to go on the ski trip with her friends. Her parents want her to visit them, to see them for the holidays. So she reluctantly wants to go. While at the same time, Bobby was in a situation where his parents want him to be a lawyer. Instead, he ended up being a race car driver. So I remember, all that, and so I remember all that, and I remember, they're all at the house. They're all, sleeping in separate quarters and all whatnot. And and so, but the kids can't sleep because they had all this burden inside them. And they decided, we're going to confess everything at the dinner tomorrow. We're going to have to. And so as the parents were about to make a speech, each Brady kid confessed, and they all, and everything kind of worked out for them. So Nick, what I'm trying to say is this, that It's going to be very tough at first for you to live up to your parents' expectations. It's going to be very tough for all of us, no matter what age, to live up to our family's expectations. You know, sometimes in the back of your mind, if you don't, then you're considered a pariah or the black sheep of the family. But with me and my family, though, me and my parents and my siblings, we're all proud. I'm proud, proud to have called my parents mom and dad, and I love them, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them for taking this big step to make a difference in the lives of kids who basically had a rough childhood. We took in 7 other kids. 2, my sister my brother Michael and my sister Jewel, were my second cousins. But now they're my brother and sister. We adopted 5 more girls to be part of our family. My sister Kathy, I don't know what she's doing now. But it's amazing. It's amazing what, So Nick, just don't give up, man. Don't give up on your dreams. Keep working hard for them. Sit down with your parents and talk to them and say, hey, listen, this is what's on my mind. I have my reasons and everything else. So, life can really have some lots of twists and turns. Sometimes circumstances beyond your wildest dreams or beyond your control sometimes happens, and sometimes you have to make changes. Sometimes parents have a reason for everything. I really love my parents, and no matter what I do, I know they were already been proud of me when I, decided to step up with the petition for the WEML-TV Festival. They were really ecstatic about that. My mother's more ecstatic. My mother's always happy. Always talks to me and had positive feedback in my YouTube videos. He said that every time they have a bad day, you make them laugh and just have a lot of fun. So it's good to hear that from your own parents telling you, hey, your YouTube videos, some people think it's for funny and all that. That's a good thing. Sometimes I like to have fun, and I also like to inspire people, And that's what I basically want to do. I want to do something positive. If I do something positive with my life, and if I do something positive with my life, I will make my family proud. Either way, no matter what I do, as long as it's positive, and delivers positive results, then I'll make my family proud, and be happy to. If I do anything that has a negative aspect, then it reflects on my family. So I think the family is more concerned about what reflects on the family. It's more like a family concern, or we have an image to keep up, we have a reputation, and all that. That could be the thing, that a lot of pressure could be on you at that point. Just Nick Silveria, if you're watching this, breathe easy, think about it, ask God for wisdom, pray, talk to your parents and say, listen, be calm with them, be cordial with them, say, listen, I want to talk to you guys about this, whatever it is you're going through, my friend, don't worry about a thing, man. Your parents will always be proud of you, and will always love you no matter what. Sometimes, they don't want to say it or admit it, but just be determined, right? Don't give up, but just be determined. Try to go for it, Or if your plan A don't work out, try the plan B. Try their way. See what happens. If it's good, that's fine. If you say, listen, I tried your way, I don't feel comfortable with it, I got to figure this out on my own. I need to do this, and they will understand. They will understand. Another thing too. So it's basically how you handle the situation is up to you. Whatever you do, it's up to you. If you're old enough to make your own decisions, your parents will trust you to do that. But if they can't, listen, sit down, discuss with them. Don't worry about a thing, man. Just don't worry about a thing. And now normally I don't do this. A little bit of segue here. I'm going to try to spin this thing in a positive direction. As you know, I posted this on Facebook yesterday about yesterday evening about a troll that came on the WEML-TV Festival Facebook page. And here's what happened. A lot of folks have been asking about the car shows and the wrestling shows, what time they're on, and everything else. I go by what the WEML-TV Festival page has been saying, and I say, okay, this is what happens, this, and just helping out. And they say, oh, thank you for the information. I said, no problem, right? They talk about the car show bit, and basically, this person by the name of Lee Chen, with 2 N's, believe it or not, saying, oh, the car show's canceled. What? I just type, what? So, then he proceeds to direct his venom towards yours truly, saying that, oh, Eric is a fat loser who takes pictures of women in skirts at the WEML-TV Festival. Be on the lookout for him. Okay, what is this dummy trying to accomplish here? And then he proceeds to go, hey, stop with the video GoPro camming on the kiddie rides, you sicko. So, I was like, you talking to me? You gonna yell at me like that? So, found his Facebook page. I sent him a message saying, don't do that again, or don't spread, stop with the lies, or I am going to report you and block you. And I realized, I know this clown won't stop. Report, block. So. But what this dummy does not realize is, that I don't do, I have friends on Facebook who would vouch for me. Because I post up pictures of the WEML-TV Festival over the years since 2009, since I got the internet, on my Facebook. And not one of them features a woman in a skirt. Exception, I think, Veda Scott when she wrestled. And she was wrestling at that point. And that was it. She was the only one. And the only time I take pictures of women, if it's women that I know, and I ask them for a picture with them. And I've done that on many occasions. I've done that on occasion. Ran to my former friend next door, my former next door neighbor Shannon Medeiros. I had a couple pictures with her. A picture with a former coworker, and that's about it. Nothing more, nothing less. I take pictures of rides, the wrestling, and the whole WEML-TV Festival scenery. And he threatens that he'll report me if I do it. Oh, please, dude. Here's one thing for sure. All right, I'm not at the WEML-TV Festival to pick up chicks. All right, that's not my goal. My goal is for the 4 F's: family, friends, food, and fun. That's what the festival is all about. For me, I go there for fun, for the fun. I go there to see some family there, because some people, members of my family will show up there. Friends, I will run to people that I haven't seen in months or years. Food, they have good food there. I try their food, pretty good. Pizza, linguiça dogs, and the like. And I know exactly what this Lee Chen jabroni was trying to do, basically. I highly doubt that's his real name. I mean, think about it. Chen is usually spelled C-H-E-N, not C-H-E-N-N. Why he spells with 2 N's, I don't know. All right? And basically posted a picture up of some kind of, Asian refugee. And it's basically, the way he typed it was perfectly good English. Yeah, this guy thinks I was born yesterday. I don't think so. I don't think so. So, basically, he's trying to scare me away from going to the WEML-TV Festival. He's probably annoyed that I'm always excited talking about, oh, WEML-TV Festival's coming, yay, He's always annoyed by that. He's trying to get me to slip up and, in trying to trigger me with my temper. He's trying to, and you know what it is, too? I think some of these trolls want me off social media. Oh, I can do that for them. Oh, I got no problem with that. You know how? People say, no, don't do it. Listen, it's simple. These guys want me off social media. All I gotta do is press the block button on their profile pics, block them, They don't have to worry about seeing me on any of their social media feeds. I blocked them from seeing any of my stuff. How simple is that? Oh my God! If you don't want, it's like I say, if any of you trolls, haters, and bullies don't want to see me on any of your social media feeds, I can help solve your problem by pressing the block button on your profiles. That way, you don't have to worry about seeing anything. Duh. I mean, really? Oh, that's no problem. I can do that. Oh, no problem. Oh yeah. Like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So, anyways, so basically, like I said, the women in New Bedford. Well, because I know a lot of my friends. Because I have a lot of female friends who live in New Bedford, or my relatives and all that. The women in New Bedford do not interest me in that much. In fact, I think, as far as scoping for chicks are concerned, cruising for chicks are concerned, it's so passé. I'm just going there to have some fun. Even if it's by myself, I'm going to have some fun my way. And basically, I mean, really? I mean, this Lee Chen guy, really? Really? You think that I was born yesterday, dude? Yeah. Trolls are not that smart. They gotta realize that I'm onto them. That's why I reported and blocked the guy, by the way. So he probably deleted his Facebook page because I talked to people and they said, "Oh, we have not seen him" and everything else. I said the coward deleted his Facebook page. Yep. He just came on just to get at me. I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the trolls from my old channel that is angry that I blocked him and he decided to come on. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't that dumb. I ain't that dumb. Trying to scare me away from the WEML-TV Festival, trying to scare me away, trying to intimidate me. Guess what? Ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna go to the festival and have some fun. You try to scare me away, ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't that right, Mr. Perot? Well, Mr. Bush, we're up here, 2/3 of the 92 presidential candidate, and we're up here in heaven, and I got a girl in Monticello and Bobby Brain Heaton here. And you know what they told me? All those ham and eggers down there, they're working hard for a gallon of milk for $1. Well, I don't know about that. I want to see what Mr. Clinton's up to. Let's go down there and take it out. I'm here, and Mr. Bush and Mr. Perot, we're gonna miss you, and I believe we're gonna get things done back here on Earth. And Eric Lehman's a fine citizen of New Bedford, Massachusetts, and he's a good man. And the trolls, bullies, and haters ain't going to get to him. That's right, because Eric Lehman's a fine young man, fine young American citizen. He stood for the WEML-TV Festival. He wanted it back. Now it's back, better than ever. Come on now, my ear's so big I can hear a fart in space. It ain't gonna happen. The fart in space ain't gonna happen. Eric not attending the festival ain't gonna happen. He's gonna attend the festival. Ain't gonna happen. The trolls scaring him away ain't gonna happen. Eric's gonna stay here because Lee Chen's been a very bad boy. Yes, he has. Lee Chen's a very bad boy. Bottom line is, all you trolls, bullies, and haters trying to falsely accuse me of crap like that, don't. Save yourselves. You don't want me on your social. You don't want me on social media. I can help solve your problem. I'll press the block button on you. And if you try to create another one, I'll block that one too. Now keep blocking and blocking and blocking until you decide to wave the white flag and say, "We give up. Apparently we can't get to you." And I'm going to go, mic drop, bullseye, lightning strikes, you lose. That's how I work things out. So, what did we learn today, kids? Basically, all this ties in to the fact that no matter what, our parents will always be proud of us, and they will love us no matter what we do. As long as it's in a positive direction, as long as your lives go into a positive direction, and you remember their teachings, you'll be all right. That is my take on living up to family expectations. It's basically remember what your parents have taught you, and you're ready to go. The number one thing my father always taught me, always gives me this advice before he leaves for work, every single day, when I was a kid growing up. Use your head. Don't do stupid things. Basically, think before you speak, think before you act. But sometimes, nowadays, you get stressed out in life, and, people get to you. People get to you. And sometimes when people get to you, you lose sight of what you're thinking about, and you end up making a mistake. But nowadays, you got to be one step ahead of everybody else. And I realize I'm keeping one step ahead of the trolls, bullies, and haters. You think? I'm just like Roddy Piper when it comes to the trolls. Just when they think they have all the answers, I change the questions. So, if any of you trolls out there and bullies and haters are thinking about trying to get to me, I got news for you. I wasn't born yesterday. I know what your ulterior motive is, and guess what? I can solve all your problems. You want me off social media? All I got to do is go to your stinking stinking profiles, find the block button somewhere, and go, block. Then there, you don't have to worry about seeing any of my content anymore. So in a way, I am off social media for you guys. And for the rest of the people, though, who do follow me and subscribe to me on my YouTube pages, either this one or my old one, under the TPL name, under Eric Lima, or friending me on Facebook and Twitter. Follow me on Twitter and everything else. Don't worry. I got this. All right? So hope that helps out everybody that needs a little bit of advice on that. So that's all the time we have on the show. Remember, God's life, love, light, and blessings to all of you. Catch you on the flip side. Remember, pay attention. You might learn something. I'll see you guys in episode 283. I'll probably give you a report on the Whaling City Festival. If I go tomorrow, I'll give you a report from there, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I'll take some pictures of the action that goes on at the WEML-TV Festival as far as wrestling is concerned, what rides they have there, and if the rides are up to my expectations, I will hopefully go on one from my GoPro cam and just have a little fun, screaming like an idiot and whatnot. And remember, I'm going to use my Whaling City Festival Survival Kit to get me through. All right. I'll see you guys later. Episode 282 out. 283 will be coming up. Whaling City Festival. Then afterwards, who knows? Bye. See ya. Have a great night.